What's up, everybody? How you doing? All right, give a couple minutes here, kind of let everybody start filtering in like we usually do. I'm wearing a gray hat with a brown shirt today because why the hell not, right? Oh, how is everybody? I've got a couple of questions to ask everybody today at some point as well. And as always, make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you are on YouTube, subscribe, like, and hit that bell icon to get notifications. If you're on Twitch, please subscribe or follow. If you have Twitch Prime or Amazon Prime, you get Twitch Prime with it, and you can subscribe every single month to my channel for free. And then if you are on Facebook, of course, like, share, and if you want, you can host a watch party with Facebook. Who else do I have? Periscope. So Periscope and Twitter, make sure you share that as well. Oh, man. Thank you, Gina. Appreciate that. So, it has been an interesting day, to say the least. We're going to talk about censorship today, so we'll get to that. Now, as most of you probably already know, I I do not have monetization on YouTube. So YouTube took away my monetization a long time ago. Facebook, I have to get to 10,000 Facebook page likes before I can even qualify to add 15-second ads on there. And with Twitch, I mean, you can do things with Twitch by subscribing and that sort of thing. So I mean, I appreciate all of you who do that. But when it comes to YouTube, the censorship continues, and I just kind of wanted. And by the way, I'm sorry, I forgot I was going to put this on the live stream, and I just I didn't do it. I could probably add it real quick if you guys wanted to actually see the article. I don't know that you need to, but hey, why the heck not? We're still waiting for people to filter in, so I can do that. Browser source, add source. I got started late today, so what do we got here? All right. Cool. All right, so there is this article. There we go. Okay. Thank you, Daniel. Appreciate that. And so 5G and coronavirus, which, I've gone over this quite a bit. 5G has nothing to do with coronavirus. It's a conspiracy. Anti-5G stuff is Chinese propaganda. I've gone over this for feels like months, okay? Specifically, I went over it a couple of times this week on both my radio show and the live stream. But now, here's the thing that concerns me, though, right there, okay? You've got YouTube vowing to crack down on that. That's the thing that has me a little nervous. So, is that even updating on the... I don't know, whatever. So, if that doesn't update on the stream, sorry about that. So, anyway... YouTube videos that promote the baseless conspiracy theory that 5G is causing the coronavirus pandemic will be suppressed, the company has said. The conspiracy theory has surged in popularity in recent days after being promoted in a number of viral posts by many celebrities. It has led to a number of dangerous incidents. Can I just point out, they keep talking about how celebrities are promoting this conspiracy theory, and they're attacking that, and rightfully so. Yet they allow celebrities to promote conspiracy theories about guns, about Trump, about conservatives, about racism, about police abuse, and all of that. They let celebrities promote those conspiracy theories all the damn time. Isn't that interesting? So, on one hand, they're talking about how crazy celebrities are for promoting this stuff, and on the other hand, they let celebrities promote crazy conspiracy theories on a regular basis. So, it has surged in popularity, yada, 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 okay? Many of those posts have been documented on YouTube, where videos have advanced in theory that the outbreak of COVID-19 is somehow linked to phone networks, despite all scientific evidence saying the opposite is, not the opposite, but it's completely untrue. So the company says that it considers such videos to be borderline content, meaning that they will be pushed down in YouTube's rankings, though not necessarily removed from the site. YouTube this week also vowed to start removing more controversial content, which I suppose my channel would qualify for, and other channels like mine, simply because I've already been demonetized. So YouTube is once again coming after people. Thank you, Darren. They're coming after people for having a theory. Now, the 5G coronavirus theory is nonsensical. There's no validity to it. The 5G is dangerous. There's no validity to that either. But you have a right to spout any old conspiracy theory that you want. And if you spend 3 minutes on YouTube, you'll run down a rabbit hole of all sorts of conspiracy theories that are complete bull, but they still get a lot of attention on YouTube. The most prominent of which could easily be Trump-Russia collusion. That crap is still going on YouTube right now. YouTube didn't suppress any of that. They elevated it, for crying out loud. They increased its search ratings, search ranking, excuse me. So they will promote conspiracy theories. They just don't do this. Now, here's where things get a little irritating for me, is that the government apparently wrote YouTube and asked them to do this. Okay. Now, understand, from a scientific perspective, the government is 100% right. 5G has nothing to do with coronavirus. 5G has nothing to do with negative health effects or anything like that. Nothing. All of that is Chinese propaganda. But the government should not be telling YouTube what content they should be suppressing and elevating. Period. If you want to believe a conspiracy theory about 5G and coronavirus or your health or whatever it is, that's your right to be that stupid, okay? That's on you. You can do that if you want to. But the government should not have a say in that. YouTube shouldn't even be suppressing that stuff while allowing other conspiracy theories to go on. Yes, they're a private platform, even though they're publicly traded. I get that, okay? But at the same time, if your whole point is we're going to be a place of free speech and we're going to allow that free speech, then you had better apply that universally across the board. Otherwise, all of the efforts that you make money on with our personal information based on that exchange that we have signed on to becomes null and void, okay? So YouTube is doing that. But then you have Amazon, okay? Amazon, again, a Jeff Bezos company. And Amazon has removed the documentary Hoaxed from Prime Video. Now, the documentary Hoaxed is a good one. You should get a chance to watch it, hopefully, let me just rephrase. I'm really tired today. I actually complained to my wife that she didn't pick up my monsters like I asked her to. Amazon has removed Hoaxed, which is a documentary made by Mike Cernovich. It's a good documentary. There's a couple of major errors in it. Most notably, they falsely mentioned some things that were inaccurate about the Tonkin Gulf incident in Vietnam, and they also continued to spread the conspiracy theory that no WMDs were found in Iraq. That is untrue. I find that to be one of the most laughable conspiracy theories ever, because we literally have the government declassifying the information. We have multiple reporters who were forced to publish retractions as a result of it. And WikiLeaks published the documents that prove that Iraq had weapons of mass destruction and had a nuclear weapons program at the time of the last invasion. And what's interesting about that is people like Cassandra Fairbanks, who, I mean, I like her. She's fine. I disagree with her on a lot of stuff, but she's always been nice to me, and I get along great with her, and I've interviewed her on the show. But Cassandra Fairbanks still believes that the WMD thing was a government conspiracy to justify war with Iraq, but she's a big advocate for releasing Julian Assange. And I always found that to be very ironic, because Julian Assange released the information to the world that Iraq had WMDs, an active weapons program, and an active nuclear weapons program at the time of the invasion. And yet she doesn't seem to know that, but I digress. So Hoaxed is a really good documentary beyond those two bits of criticism that I have in it, okay? And I watched it a couple of weeks ago, and I recommended it to everybody with those caveats. Be careful, they get the Tonkin Gulf incident wrong, and they get weapons of mass destruction in Iraq wrong, but other than that, really good documentary. And Amazon appears to have banned Hoax, which is, again, a documentary about media manipulation, okay, and fake news and suppressing real news and that sort of stuff, which covers a whole gambit of issues, okay? It's not just Trump stuff. And they apparently have removed that. As of Thursday evening, users who searched the term hoaxed on Prime Video and Prime Video mobile app will not be able to find the documentary. I actually tried to find it. I couldn't remember that it was called Hoaxed. I thought it was called Hoax. And I searched on Amazon Prime before I watched it for Hoax, and it did not show up in any of the videos that had that word in the title. Didn't show up at all. The only way for me to find hoaxed was to specifically input the name every single letter. Okay. So I thought that that was interesting. I kind of commented on it at the time. So even then, while hoaxed was still on Amazon Prime, they were still suppressing it a little bit because, and you search for anything else, if the word is hoaxed, if you put hoax, it will show up, okay? But it wasn't showing up for me. So anyway, let's see. Despite the fact that it had been available for rental and purchase on the Amazon services since late March, okay? Let's see. Well, mid-March, because I think I watched that thing like 3 weeks ago. Anyway, as of 6 p.m. Eastern Time on Thursday, options to purchase or rent the title via Prime Video appear to have been removed altogether. So I'm going to get rid of that. That's not doing what I want it to do. So you can't buy it. You can't rent it, okay? It's just a documentary. For the record, Amazon Prime has a ton of crazy conspiracy documentaries on there. And this isn't a crazy conspiracy documentary. They back up all of the claims that they actually dive into. The stuff that I mentioned about Tonkin Gulf and WMDs, those were in passing slights and things like that. They didn't dive into it. They can't dive into it because what they said about them were untrue. But anyway, our agreements with the content provider don't allow purchases of this title at this time, the message informed users. Now, furthermore, Cernovich is on Twitter, and he's saying it also appears that Amazon has begun removing his documentary Hoaxed from Amazon devices, or from devices where people have purchased the documentary. So if you've purchased it and you've downloaded it, Amazon is now removing it. Well, if I bought that thing and you're removing that from my device, you better be issuing me a damn refund. Cernovich also reported that prior to its removal, Hoaxed had been in the top 50 documentaries across all of Prime Video, and that's with them already suppressing it, by the way. Searching for Hoaxed in the category of all departments brings up a DVD link for the documentary as the 14th result after many other results that are less relevant to the search term, which is something that, again, I was dealing with when I was looking for it a couple of weeks ago. Amazon is yet to respond to a request for comment from Breitbart News asking them to explain why the newly released documentary had been removed, despite having only been hosted on the platform for a few weeks. Hoaxed had already accumulated 174 reviews from Amazon users with a highly positive average rating of 4.4 out of 5. And 4.4 out of 5. I give it a 4 out of 5. Really, it's a really good documentary. And like I said, there's a lot of professionals. There's a lot of people who have been kind of attacked by the media falsely, that sort of thing. It's a really good documentary, and it's entertaining. Okay, and that's always a good thing. A lot of documentaries have really stale, kind of boring, like, when are we going to get through this whole thing? It's not like that. Hoaxed is very entertaining. So I do recommend it. If you get your hands on it, I highly, highly recommend it with those two caveats that I gave you earlier. But you can still get Hoaxed via the website where you can get Hoaxed. And if you go to the website right now, it's now available on Prime Video and iTunes, but apparently you can't get it. So if you click on Watch on Amazon Prime Video, which I just did, it showed up, but it says this title is currently unavailable. Okay, so you can't get it. You can watch the trailer. It's listed there. It's got its ratings, all right, but you are not allowed to actually watch it on Amazon Prime. And nobody knows why. Now, keep in mind, this is Mike Cernovich's movie. So Mike Cernovich would probably have an idea of what kind of contractual obligations Amazon and him would be dealing with that would want them to remove this particular movie. But none of that is in his knowledge base at all. So nobody's told him what the hell is going on. So you got YouTube, once again, coming after... Oh, hey, somebody shared a screen... Oh, yeah, William. Nice. William can see the comments and everything on the... he's watching it on his television. So I was hoping to have a Roku channel this year, but, it just costs money. So I just... and I wasn't sure that the content was quite what I wanted it to be, but I like the new setup here. So we'll probably do that. But anyway, that's pretty cool. So we don't know why Amazon is removing the video. It doesn't make any sense why they would remove it. I'm trying to think. I'm sure that there's some references to the Washington Post in there. I'm sure of it. And if there is references to the Washington Post, I think there's reference to Bezos specifically actually being the head of Washington Post. So They probably are getting rid of it because it attacks Bezos and Amazon and the Washington Post. That would be my guess, okay? Which should be a problem because now you've got a media company censoring media companies, proving Cernovich's point. They've completely proved his point that if there's something out there that the media doesn't want you to know, they will censor it, okay? They under this guise of free speech, freedom of the press, that sort of thing. And here you have a prime example of them not allowing that to go forward, which has been the case, from the very beginning. I mean, the media always bitches and moans about the freedom of the press and free speech until you have something to say that they don't like. And then they want it removed. They want you deplatformed. CNN personalities are famous for going after people on Twitter using Twitter executives to get people banned and removed and content removed and that sort of stuff. And they have been doing that over the past several weeks, too, by getting hydroxychloroquine tweets removed. It was CNN people who got Laura Ingraham when she posted a tweet about a hospital in New York using hydroxychloroquine and one patient recovering. That was an accurate tweet. We went over it on the show. It was 100% accurate. There's nothing inaccurate about what Laura Ingraham tweeted out. And yet it was CNN personalities that got Twitter to remove that tweet. So CNN is notorious for censorship of other members of the press while themselves proclaiming that they are victims of media censorship, even though they've never been censored. So, yeah, CNN is absolutely 100% fake news. No doubt about it. No doubt. The two worst media companies in the past week have been CBS News and CNN. They're the two that have had the most stories get fact-checked and debunked, okay? Now, CNN is always 1A on that list. But over the past week, CBS News has had several stories wrong. They have had to retract them. ABC had one really big one. And the CBS stuff is a little surprising because CBS News has actually been coming on as a really good news source over the past year or so. They've done a really good job of rebuilding their brand, but they have had a terrible, terrible week. So I don't know exactly what is going on. William says the conspiracy against hoax is itself a hoax. Let's see. Thanks, Casey. You're doing great. This Streisand effect. That's funny. Oh, that's great. Oh, Utah is registering travelers into the state now, huh? So we got the federal government doing it. We've got the CDC doing it, which is still the federal government, but it's a separate program. Now we've got Utah doing it as well. John says, Casey, good to see you again. It's been a while. Has it? I'm glad you saw me. What's up, Hal? How you doing? If the video froze, refresh. Okay, just refresh. So, I did. I lost a ton of viewers there, so it must have paused. So, all right, we'll let everybody get back in here. Oh man. I got my Indiana Whiskey hand sanitizers from Martin's, 3 for $5. No kidding. Man, Indiana Whiskey's a good company too. Really, really good company. I like them. I like them a lot. They make good stuff. So my tradition used to be that I got Johnny Walker Blue, 1 bottle of blue every Christmas. That was like my annual Christmas present. And then we hit some hard times, wasn't able to get it. Next thing you know, I am getting Indiana Whiskey every single year. So, yeah, which I love. It's been fantastic. Absolutely love it. Let's see. Steak, egg, and cheese, Hot Pockets. What the hell are you guys talking about? Yeah. Y'all are having some interesting conversations, but there you go. All right. Let's see. So, again, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Doing the radio show here at 3 o'clock. I am planning on being caught up on the podcast this weekend. I'm still behind. So, planning on the podcast being all caught up. And I wanted to talk to you guys about something, okay? So, if you're on the Discord server, I'm going to post this question on Discord as well, but I just wanted to run something by you guys. So, I have had a lot of people request some kind of a Patreon type thing so they can contribute to the stream. Now, considered doing that for a little while, and I just wasn't sure like what I would offer. So, are you streaming your daily show anymore? So I can't from home. So from home, I can't. The way that I have this set up here, since I'm in quarantine, The way that I have this set up here, I can't stream onto the internet and then also do my radio show. There's a huge feedback loop problem that we're dealing with. So I do this instead of doing the radio show. The radio show, you just got to listen to the live stream. Now, if you're on Discord, we actually patch the FM feed through Discord. Okay, so if you are on our Discord server, you can listen to the show, go into the live chat channel, and you can actually talk with everybody who is on Discord listening at the same time. You can also listen to the radio show at 953mnc.com, the 953mnc app, or any of the streaming services like iHeart or TuneIn or what have you. So that's, unfortunately, I can't stream the video at the same time right now, not with the setup that I have. Let's see. Yeah, doing the watch party thing. Nice. Very cool. Thank you, Alex, for the Discord link. I do appreciate that. So, people have been asking me to do that, and a couple of people have reached out to me here recently, and they're talking about doing, they want to contribute to the show. They're having some problems with the Streamlabs link and that sort of stuff. So, here's what I'm thinking about doing. There's a couple of different options. Okay, so let me pull one of them up. Oh, let me post a link in here to get my coffee too, by the way. And I did have some earlier today. I need to have some more. There's my coffee. Casey's Burning Brew over at Toccoa Coffee. So anyway, if you go to Podbean, so Podbean has, they have a way for you to charge for your podcast, okay? So it's like a premium sort of service, okay? Now, I already have their unlimited audio plan, and that's how I host my podcast and then feed it to pretty much everybody else. I can do a pay for podcast sort of a thing. All right, I've never done it because the podcasts are almost always radio show content, which you can get for free on the radio. So I don't want to charge anybody for that. So I've considered doing some additional stuff there. Now, people have asked me about a patron program. The thing is, I can't do the patron program on Podbean with the current plan that I have. So what I would have to do is I would have to upgrade to the Unlimited Plus plan. That would allow me to do the patron thing, where you can just contribute monthly, and I can, provide exclusive content for patrons, or we can have some gifts and things like that for patrons, depending on your tier level. That plan also allows me to do video, okay, and I can run ads. Whereas right now I can't do video and I cannot run ads, but I can charge you for my podcast if I wanted to. But I do get the ads marketplace, premium sales, and I get the patron program with the Unlimited Plus plan. Now, the Unlimited Plus plan is $39 a month if you bill it monthly. It's $29 a month if you pay for the full year. Okay, so I'd have to ensure that I have enough people to actually cover that cost. The other option is something that I just ran into, because I will not use Patreon, okay? Patreon does not like conservatives, and they've been censoring conservatives. So I will not be using Patreon, but there is this other service that is called Subscribe Star, and apparently a lot of political pundits use this service. And it's free. They just take a percentage of what your donations and stuff are, and I'm able to do exclusive content and things like that for my patrons over there. So I don't know if I can do video, though. That's the thing that I don't know. Can I do video? See all features. Hold on a second. Into analytics, yada, 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 yada. Discord. Oh, it's got Discord integration. That's cool. I didn't notice that. Direct messaging, webhooks, Google Analytics, custom goals, interactive polls, external videos. Save your precious time at work. You can embed video files from YouTube, Vimeo, BitChute, and from many other video hosting services directly into your posts. So that's the thing. I'm not exactly sure. So I have to look at it. So it really kind of depends. Something that I could do is I could take the Quarantine Corner thing, the live stream, and I can make it free one day out of the week. And that's kind of what Gavin McGinnis and Crowder do. They make one video a week free. The rest of it, you have to be a subscriber to get. Okay? So I could do that and do that on Podbean. I can't do it on YouTube, and I can't do it on Facebook. I don't have the followers to do that. So, and I don't have the money to advertise to get the followers. So I could do that if we wanted to go ahead and just have Casey's Quarantine Corner end up being one of those things. So one free video a week. The rest of them you have to be a subscriber to get. Or I could just do Subscribe Star, and I can do some additional things that are, you know, exclusive for people and whatever. So I just need ideas. All right. Think I've got some ideas on what I would give you at various levels. And my lowest tier would probably be $1 or $2 a month, you know, just as a, hey, we want to support you sort of a thing. That goes to cover my costs for the live stream and then maybe do some giveaways and things like that. So I don't really exactly know what I want to do. All right. But that's kind of where I'm at. And I want to come up with a couple of ideas on what to do with this. And if you have any ideas, please let me know. So I'll ask this question on the Discord server again today, and then you'll be able to. Laura likes subscribe star. Okay, so you use that. I mean, I have to look at it. The one thing that I'm doing that's kind of different right now is I'm doing the video streams. So Podbean is the natural way for me to go to do that. If Subscribestar doesn't let me do that natively, then that might be a problem. There's other services that are not Patreon as well that could do that. So, what's up, David? How you doing, man? So I might be able to, come up with something. And you know, like I said, it would be one of those things where $1 or $2 would be like the low tier, and that's just it's a thank you. You get a thank you in the videos and that sort of thing. And then after that, maybe like $5 you get like a sticker, and maybe $10 you get like a mug. 15 you get like a shirt, something like that. I don't know. I'm just trying to work it all out, just kind of think, while providing exclusive content to people who are patrons, regardless of the level. And that would obviously give you an incentive to be able to kick in whatever you're kicking in, if you're willing to do that. So I'll kick it around a little bit. Podbean seems like the best option. The problem is that I can't pay for a year up front, so I'm paying $39 a month for the Podbean service, and if it doesn't work, I'm going to be losing a lot of money on that, and I don't want to. So I don't want to lose money. I want to break even is what I would like to do. If I made a little scratch, that'd be great, but breaking even is the goal, to where I can just do this stuff and then not actually lose any money. That's the issue. So I'll put this up there on Discord and kind of ask on Discord. Maybe I'll have a channel and make that way so everybody can follow along with it, and then we'll come up with some ideas on what to do here. And if you have any ideas of what I can do for giveaways, things like that, please by all means let me know. All right, what else do we have here? Well, it's 2:40. I have to kick out of here and get a little food. But other than that, any last minute questions or comments before I bounce? I do have to do the radio show. And like I said, podcasts should hopefully be caught up this weekend. And what I will do is I'll start adding the Coffee with Casey's up there on my current Podbean. And then if you want to kick in like $1, you can get the Coffee with Casey's for that extra tier. I think they take... I'm sure if you have a card with PayPal, you should be able to. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know if it takes a card from PayPal for the coffee. I'm not sure. Super good coffee though, folks. Casey's Burning Brew from Toccoa Coffee is phenomenal. A lot of months of work on that, and it is super good. I actually had some Black Rifle today, and I love Black Rifle, don't get me wrong, and I still have a subscription to Black Rifle Coffee. But they have the Silencer Smooth right now, and so I had some of that this morning out of my coffee maker, and then this afternoon what I did do is I did an AeroPress with Casey's Burning Brew for my French press ground roast, and man, my coffee was so much better than the Black Rifle coffee, and I mean that objectively. It really was better and just phenomenal. So I've looked at the Mines thing. Man, I don't know. Does Mines allow you to make money on that stuff? I'll look into it again. I have a Mines account. I just haven't done anything with it. I was on the platform for like a week and a half, and I didn't really like it. So I'll look into it, Alex. It's a good idea. And I'll create a channel for all of this, just so everything is kind of in one place and we can kind of take a look at what I need to do. And my admins, obviously, thank you, Elaine, appreciate that. My admins aren't going to be paying anything, obviously. And any partners that I have, they'll be included in all of that. So for those of you who do all the extra stuff for me, I'm certainly not going to charge you. Let's see. I did not see Kilmeade interviewing the labor secretary. I did not see that. I'll have to look that up. I will have to look that up. All right. Send you a link to buy the coffee. Did I already? There we go. Boom. There it is, bud. David, that is the link right there. If you go to my Facebook page, you'll also see the picture that I took with it this morning. And that has the link to buy the coffee right in there as well. Okay? And you can get a monthly subscription. You can buy a standard bag, buy a 1 pound bag. It's entirely up to you. But it is good. And you can pick your grind too. So if you have a coffee machine, they'll grind it for that. They'll do whole bean. They can do an espresso machine. And they can do a French press grind as well. You bet. Thank you, David. Appreciate it. It really is good. It's phenomenal coffee. Took us months to come up with the right flavor combination. We went with the medium roast for the first one, and then we'll do the ultra dark roast, probably a bourbon barrel-esque type dark roast in the near future once all of this mess is all taken care of. So, all right. Cool. I got to bounce out of here because I only got 15 minutes before the radio show. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Make sure you subscribe, like, hit that bell icon to get notifications on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe or follow on Twitch. Thank you, Sharon. Appreciate that. And also make sure that you do watch parties, share the video, things like that on Facebook and Twitter. All right. Cool deal. All right. I got to bounce. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much once again. Be safe out there, and I'll talk at you at 3 o'clock on 95.3 MNC. If you are in another market, make ssure you go to 953mnc.com or go to our Discord server. Sign up on Discord. We have an FM feed that we patch the audio through on Discord, so you can actually listen to the radio show while chatting with us during the show, okay? So you can go ahead and do that at the Discord link that Alex had shared earlier. And it makes it easy for you to listen if you're out of market, okay? Because I know that a lot of my Las Vegas people have been hopping on here lately and haven't heard my show in a long time. So make sure you check it out. All right, I do have to bounce. Take care. Have a good weekend. I'll chat at you at 3 o'clock, and then I will also see all of you. Thank you, Angry Patriot. Appreciate that. I will see all of you next week right here on Casey's Quarantine Corner.